Hey, what up, what up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Real Mojo Point of View and Sports Reviews. Alright, man. Since we reported on that Deion Sanders, Cormani McClain, I appreciate all the comments, views, likes, all the love, all that. All the opinions, because that's all I gave was an opinion. There was some facts in there, and I was educated on some stuff about him being a preferred walk-on and not on scholarship, all that good stuff. But that's what it's all about. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. You know what I'm saying? We're here to report, give opinions, and also get educated, so we don't just run out with a battery in our back acting a fool. Now, so I appreciate everybody for that. Now, we're going to start off with a little WNBA. Real short, because I don't really, I'm not a real big WNBA fan. But they had their All-Star game this past week. And to me, it was a nice turnout. It was a nice turnout. It was great coverage. Good thing a lot of the college stars, faces of college college women's basketball was in the building, which is always good because you familiarizing your fans. And this is what I was saying like 2 or 3 years ago. They don't the WNBA was doing a bad job of advertising. They were doing a bad job of marketing, rather. They wasn't getting the girls' faces out there. Some people got different opinions and reasons on why, but they wasn't getting the girls' faces out there. They wasn't publicizing them and all that. And now you seeing a different group of a different type of college basketball player, a little bit more marketable to young girls, to these makeup brands and stuff like that. So a little bit more feminine, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. That's what's going. That's the word that's out there. So that's what we're gonna go with. Oh, that light is in the thing, huh? That's what that is. I gotta take that off. I'm gonna take that off. I think the new jack is too big. But anyway, I feel like that's what's going on. So now you getting more and more little girls running up, and the league is getting a little younger. So you're getting a lot more young girls running up for autographs. I see Angel Reese gave one little girl her sneakers, stuff like that. And there's a lot of young girls running up to Angel Reese while she's sitting around, her and Caitlin Clark, while they just sitting around in regular conversation for autographs. Cool. So the league is smart. They're using these two young ladies to push, the WNBA on us, basically. And it's a smart marketing plan. It's a smart marketing plan. They the most polarizing. They had that legendary back and forth. Unfortunately, one had to be the villain, which I don't get it, because one person was doing this all year long. One person did it one time, and then all of a sudden they become the villain. Make that make sense. We all know why. But I feel like finally they get it. They got a deal, a $2.2 billion deal. they felt like it should be more. Cheryl Miller felt like it should be more around 8 million. But you know what I'm saying, you got to start somewhere. Um, you know your league's not gonna go out of business. We know that because it's been doing horrible for the past since it's been conceived, and it's never done well, and it's still in business. So now, you know what I'm saying? Pull your weight. That's what they're gonna do now. But you know, that's all I got for the WNBA. Oh, and I still don't think they're giving Asia Wilson. Put her face everywhere. She's the best player by far. Well, she's the best player. Then you got Breonna Stewart. And then you got everybody else. 1A. And then you got everybody else. Asia Wilson is clear. It's clear. But outside of that, that's all I got for the WNBA. Anybody else got anything to add it. And you know, I'm open to all to hear all points, because like I said, I'm not really a big WNBA watcher. I might watch more. Or Brittany. Do I want to do this? Okay. Brittany Griner and her wife, they're expecting a child, right? So she was being interviewed. I forget the lady's name. Well, actually, I didn't even see the interview. I just saw the lady say, "Oh, congratulations, you're about to be a mom." She's in her right mind. She said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." And the lady was about to ask another question, and then she said, "Pops, I'm about to be a pops. I'm about to be a pops." Thoughts on that shit, please. Thoughts on that? Like, come on. When is enough, Brittany? You walk around with your shirt off, like, please. Okay. I'm off of that now, because I don't want to get beat up. I'm off of that. Okay. We're gonna jump back into some Coach Prime news. So Lincoln Riley is at USC doing a horrible job, right? He never did a good job, to me, nowhere. Never did a good job. I don't think he's a good coach. I think he would be a great, probably, offensive coordinator. We'll go there. Offensive coordinator. I think he'd be a dope offensive coordinator, because he only worry about the quarterback anyway. So maybe even a quarterback coach, quarterback whisperer. We just put some respect on his name. But his teams seldom underachieve. He's not interested in defense at all. Everywhere he's at, the defensive coordinator is gone. Some of us feel like this would be his last chance, because he don't got I can't think of the number one pick. He don't got him to lean on this year. Williams. He don't got him to lean on this year. So, with that being said, if he's out of there, which is a strong possibility, how y'all feel about Coach Prime going up there? Coach Prime at USC, I guarantee you, everybody would change their tune right away. All the hate that he gets, all the backhanded comments that he gets, I guarantee you that'll change just like that. Just like that, I guarantee you it'll change. Because that team with that defense will automatically be I say a top 15 team. I don't know what the quarterback situation will look like. Be his first time in college without either one of his sons. No Travis Hunter. No Kamani McLean. And he probably won't have no he might have a few transfers. He might have about 20 transfers. But I'm pretty much sold on the talent there is better than his talent. So he won't have to bring a lot of those dudes. But what he did, and he'll be leaving some quality players at Colorado. Probably gonna be leaving some quality coaches there too. So, and it's a huge school, and it's more culturally diverse. So he'll be able to get other players in, like, without having to do so much convincing, right? He won't have to go over there selling. You know what I'm saying? He won't have to have. I'll tell you what it won't be. It ain't gonna be a bunch of kids riding around, jeweled up Rolls Royces. Not in that part of town. I tell you that right now. But overall, the football experience would be better. And I think a lot of the talk will be different. Because now, people can say all they want. Because they don't got to worry about him winning a championship. But if he's over at USC, with the way he recruits, his cachet, people ain't going to say so much because they're going to have to eat those words because they know that chip could very well be right around the corner. So I would say it'd be a good look. I don't think he'll move because I think the way Colorado's set up for him, and I'm talking about not the school and the team, I'm talking about Colorado, the way it's set up for him right now, that area, Boulder or whatever, I think it's set up for him to live comfortably. Deion probably would be there until he decides he don't want to be there no more. You know what I'm saying? That's just a thought on that. Coach Prime to USC. What we think? Hey man, we've been gaining traction. The subscribers been going up. I appreciate that. Thank everybody for subscribing. Do me a favor, y'all. Grab some channel memberships. We're gonna have some members only discussions soon. Have some members only videos coming out soon. I'm gonna say around September. I want to get at least 20 members. And then we can go in on some other stuff. Because like I said, it ain't all sports. It's just a lot going on right now. Then football's about to come back. Jordan Love ain't going to camp without an extension. It's a lot going on. Boxing's always crazy, even though it's a little bit down in the dumps, but it's always something. It's always some talk, back and forth. But yeah, I got like 10 DMs talking about Jake Paul. Why? Why are we talking about Jake Paul? As Martin used to say on his show, what he done? Nothing. He's fighting dudes who was great in their sport when he was in elementary school. He's fighting them and knocking them out. He's younger than them. He's bigger than them. Conor McGregor just said it perfect. Boy, you juiced up. You're 15 to 20 pounds heavier than the dude. You've been training for boxing for the last 8-9 years, and you still look like trash. Conor McGregor just summed it up. He summed up my feelings in a nutshell. Everybody's like, oh, Jake Paul looked horrible. What are y'all talking about? What is the discussion? Jake Paul looked horrible. He looked terrible. I mean, dude was gassed out of his mind. I don't know what people be wanting, unless y'all be wanting me to come on here and just go in on them, because it ain't nothing good to say. Then when the fight's over, he called out Mike Tyson and some other UFC fighter. He didn't call out no boxer. Mike Tyson's not a boxer. He's a former boxer. He didn't call out nobody that's sanctioned in boxing. So y'all want me to say that? Because I'll say that all day. He weighed more than Deontay Wilder. Call him out. That'd be a dope payday. I'm done. I mean, we talking about somebody who hasn't retired yet, probably should, hasn't retired yet, a legitimate boxer. You can't pay him off, and the steroids ain't gonna matter. Or if he's on steroids, alleged. That's what Conor McGregor said. It ain't gonna matter because he won't make it. He won't make it 2 rounds with Deontay Wilder. I mean, you gotta think about it. Why every fight he's at another weight class? He don't even got enough discipline to stay in the fucking weight class. Like, this ain't nobody we should be talking about. He got a headline on ESPN. Like, or one of them pictures, big, whatever. Why are we talking about this dude? I mean, that's how bad boxing is. We talking about Jake Paul. Like, come on, man. This shit gotta stop. This gotta stop. This gotta stop. We talking about Jake Paul. We talking about Jake Paul when we talk about boxing. But we ain't talking about nothing boxing with Jake Paul. We talking about UFC fighters. We talking about guys in retirement age. We talking about basketball players. Like, what are we talking about when we bringing up Jake Paul? What does it have to do with boxing? Like, if I was doing a boxing show, well, if I was watching a boxing show and they brought up Jake Paul, I'm clicking it. I'm hitting that 15-second skip, like, probably till their show's over. What the hell are you talking about Jake Paul? Oh, because he was in a ring with some gloves on? No. That's a money grab. That's an entertainment. But come on, man. Jake Paul is... That's... No. I don't want to talk about Jake Paul. I mean, okay, cool. He knocked out another... what? This guy was I don't even honestly know who this guy is. I'm going to just say he was a UFC fighter because that seems to be his opponent's of choice. UFC fighter. Mike Perry, I think. Yeah, but that's... Nah. I don't want to talk about that. So, I mean, Jake Paul won this weekend. There it is. I said it. Y'all happy? I don't know. We're going to end this show with I guess politics or whatever, the joke that is politics. The president, Joe Biden, stepped down. Okay. Now Vice President Harris, he endorsed her. Okay. See, it makes sense. She raised a bunch of money. The memes are going crazy. I don't like anybody that's running for president. I don't think any of them should be president. Anybody that's in the race right now, I don't think they should be president. This ain't a politics show. I ain't gonna get into it. I ain't gonna say what I really feel. But nobody running right now should be president. I'm gonna just leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that. Alright, y'all. Shout out to South Sudan. Took the USA team down to the last shot. They did an interview with one of the players, William Gabriel. Shout out to him. He's from the New England area. He's from South Sudan, obviously, but he played his high school ball in the New England area prep school, and he played college at Kentucky. He played for Kentucky, so shout out to him. Being an area kid, I watched him maybe twice in high school. Good kid, nice kid. Played hard, made something for himself. He did an interview after the game, just bringing light to his area, war torn, all that. And he said they don't even got no indoor courts. So, and they all over the world playing. They came together and took the USA team to the last shot. King put it on them at the end. That's something to be said. That was their first Olympic game ever, and they took the USA team to the last shot. That's heart, hustle. That's just pride, period. That's just pride. So shout out to South Sudan. William Gabriel, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, because that's a young cat. That cat is like, he may be 25, maybe. He said they got 7-footers over there fishing for the village. They ain't got 7 foot 16-year-olds playing AAU. They got 7 foot 16-year-olds farming and shit like that. So you gotta get them do some props, man. So again, shout out to South Sudan. And hey man, I'm y'all my second favorite team. Hopefully y'all make the Olympics, and y'all my second favorite team now, dog. I ain't gonna front. That heart and that pride, bro. There's a lot to be said about that. So we gonna put them. I'm gonna put them right behind Team USA. Hopefully that's the gold medal game. To be real, hopefully that's the gold silver medal game. Hey, shoot the messenger. Shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. But yeah, on that note, man, we're gonna get out of here. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace, love, and hair grease, all that good stuff. Whatever. But don't forget, man, hit the like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, leave a super thanks, any of that, super chat, any of that, just to get the algorithm over here. Like I said, I don't care if it's a penny. I don't care if it's 25 cents, the lowest one. I just want the algorithm over here. I don't care about y'all money. I want the algorithm over here. All right? So let's get it, y'all. Peace out.